Well, hey everybody. I seen something that just made me say I got to make a video about it because I want you to know that I search Google. Somebody says, use DuckDuckGo or something, but I'm just old school. I stick to Google. And I've searched this phrase in the last couple of months, in the last 4 months, 6 months, and the reason I search it is because I can't spell the words, and I don't think that I can't spell it. Um, yeah, I can't spell it. I'm dyslexic. Most people that know me, they know that, and it's a gift. Trust me, I have a gift for being able to do things around the so-called deficit of dyslexia, and yeah. But it's kind of interesting what I discovered, and I want to show it to you. When I searched it in Google this time, I seen something I've never seen before. And this is what it is. Now, problem, reaction, solution. And it reads problem, reaction, solution. It gives the Latin version of it. Is a mass mind control system. It is used to make changes to the laws that the citizens would not accept otherwise. And then it gives terrorism, financial crisis, etc. Well, that's what I put back down there. Wow, good start, Google. Did I spell Google right? Yeah, okay. Keep it up. I don't know what in the hell that image is. If anybody knows that image, leave a comment. If you on your machine search problem, reaction, solution in Google, and if you get something different, leave it in the comment. Do a screen capture, and on my Facebook page, leave underneath where I'm going to post this, leave a comment with the picture if it's different. I put the buddyhuggins.com on there, and Facebook won't let me do a direct link to buddyhuggins.com, and it goes to buddyhuggins.blogspot.com, but it's just totally not letting me do it, and that's okay. I understand. But so this is the image I grabbed. Now I'm going to show you the actual page. This is the actual page. Still got it open, and that to me is groundbreaking. That is like consciousness and the awakening happening right in front of us. I don't know, you might not feel what I'm feeling about this, because today is March the 13th. Yes, it's the 13th, and it's fixing to be the, tomorrow will be the 14th, and then the next day will be the 15th. But this is consciousness giving us, or me, or whoever who sees this as something really positive, is a blessing. It's literally, oh my goodness, it's literally a gift. And we need, when you search something in Google, you need to get the facts, the truth. And I told you I searched this at the beginning a few weeks ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago. Never seen this. Now, maybe they're just doing something to, fool me. Fool me once, fool me twice. You know what Bush said, you can't fool me again. I bought hook, line, and sinker into what I do, and what I do is awaken to the love of Christ within. And I think things are shifting. I think things are shifting. I know we're on a different timeline than the doomsday scenario timeline, where this would be truly a pandemic and would kill 2 billion people. That didn't happen. We shifted timelines 888 2008. And not to go into no great detail, but that's when Georgia was supposedly in Ossetia attacked by Russians, and there was like a few-day war. But what happened was, well, I don't know if I go to saying these words, this won't get out, and my mind ain't gonna tell me what to say. Instead of say Israel's, oh yeah, I can say it like this: Israel's black ops and the United States deep state black ops took over an air base, and they were going to launch 2 Israeli strike fighters and take out the Yellow Cake uranium plant in Iran. That didn't happen, people. That did not happen. We shift timelines. But the facts are this: that is a crack group of people that Russia was given intel to be there to shoot up to stop this thing. And these people left a laptop. They blew up everything they could blow up because they was getting their ass kicked. But they somehow left a laptop in pristine condition. Now, what comes out of that laptop is the blueprints to the Third World War. Enough data on that thing to prove that. And get this, the laptop stayed charged and running at speed for 30 days. They had hidden battery technology that survived. It was in pristine, the whole laptop was in pristine condition. And what else was I going to say? Okay, if they had successfully blew up the Yellow Cake uranium plant, a dirty bomb was going to go off in a metropolitan city. We don't know. It could have been Miami, Chicago, Boston, Houston. We don't know where. We don't know where, but we know it didn't happen. And the shift of reality that took place bifurcated timeline A and timeline B. We were on timeline A, which would have ushered in total martial law planet lockdown, worse than any quarantine that we could even think of. It would have been Third World War. There would have been nuclear exchange, and the deep state would have got their cake and ate it too, and along with eating whatever they wanted to eat. Otherwise, they would have been totally running amok. These Luciferian type entities are eating loose off of our fear. They would have had a feast if that would have went through, and they would have got so strong. But right now we have to come out of fear and move into love, into our heart, and see with the eyes of our heart and understand that this is a problem, reaction, solution that is out of the dark deep state's hands. This is in the hands of light workers. This is in the hands of Christ conscious beings. This is in the hands of the white hats. This is in the hands of heroes worldwide. And the USA is leading the way in this war against the deep state and these satanic, evil, Luciferian, mind-washed individuals along with their etheric counterparts, which are creator gods. Yep, you heard me right. These entities have been on planet, and the couple of the main characters are 30,000 years old. I don't know how many they are. I think there's 2 that are 35,000 years old. Now the chain of command that runs down to these angelics, that's what they are. They're fallen angels. They're the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, let me saying it wrong, the Nephilians. And these beings are as powerful as what you could perceive being a creator God, fallen or not fallen. Now, who has their hands full is Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Metatron, Uriel, any archangel known or unknown to me has their hands full. But you see, that's being taken care in the physical with the white hats. And this group of white hats are going to be heroes. There will be books written about the first 2 years of Trump's election. He was divinely put in place. Now, I'm not a Trump lover. I'm not a Trump. I still got my eyes on everything. I can. I'm like some people. I don't know exactly who he is and how he's doing what he's doing, but I know that we need truth, and that man speaks truth. I don't care what you think about his politics, because you might not have the information that I have and other people have that have watched the Q phenomenon and the Great Awakening take place. When I first woke up August 17, 2003, I had a prophet, Tupelo Joe Turner. I can say his name because he's left this earth. He was a powerful Christ-conscious being. And he was country as I am. He was as natural as I am. He was as real as I am. He's from Tupelo. He was 91 when I met him. And he lived on this earth with me and around me and where I could talk to him and speak to him for quite a few years. Probably knew him, traveled with him around the evangelist circuit, him and Emily Limley. I've told this story before, but they asked me to drive their Emily's Cadillac and take them to these churches. And some of these churches they hadn't been in 10 years because they got off the road. Emily was 87 at the time I met her, and he was 91. And two of the most loving, powerful, Christ-conscious beings I've met. Now, I've met other ones. There's only a handful of them. At that time, we were traveling in the country. It was 2004, 2005, and a piece of 2006. And so I met some other ones. And needless to say, you won't know their names if I said it. These people came out of preaching and teaching and had cards from the Assemblies of God and other, how I don't even understand it myself, but they had cards where they were allowed to preach, and they gave them away. They just gave them up. And some of these preachers and teachers and evangelists that came into this awakening were forerunners. And they were telling bits and pieces of what they knew to be the truth about what was going to happen and happening. And I'm not going to go off into it on this video about how accurate they were. But a lot of them have already left this planet. Matter of fact, Emily passed away at 97. And she was in perfect health right up until the last month. And Joe Turner, he called me, I guess he was 90, been knowing him 91, 4 years. So he was close to 94, 95. And he called me 3 days before he laid his body down. And he told me, he said, "You're going to hear a great rumor of my untimely demise, my death." And he said, but he's talking to me on the telephone. And he said, "I'm here to tell you, I'm laying my body down, buddy. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I've reached the end of this body's course." He had had a stroke for 20 years, so this arm had been drawed up, and it was useless, and his right leg was crippled to the point that it was like really hard for him to walk around at the end. And sure enough, I got a call 3 days after, and they told me that he had passed. That man taught me that we know when we come into this world, it's just part of the package. We don't remember it and we don't understand it, but the thing that we have is the ability to leave this world in style. Leave it in style. That's what he did. He left it in style. When you can say that you're going to lay your body down and you're going to pass into this beautiful understanding of Christ consciousness and see glory and learn your lessons. And I know he has lessons to learn, and he's in his, not in Joe Turner. That's not who he is. He never was Joe Turner. He never was a physical body. I'm not a body, and I'm not Buddy Huggins. I'm not my story. And that's what Joe taught me. He taught me these things. It's powerful. And I somehow wish I can convey the energy of his words, but you'd have had to have met him. If you ever seen a Christ conscious being, a true loving person with eyes that look right into your soul, you would know the wisdom of what he was teaching me and what he was showing me. I'm not saying I'm anytime close to laying this body down, but I know how to do it. I know how it's done. And it's powerful. But he taught me so many other things that someday I got to sit down and try to tell some of these stories. And that's something I want to do. But I just wanted to get back on track. Google has changed in my eyes. I think something has changed in the atmosphere of this reality. I don't know, but it could be in days to come and months to come, it could be that we jump timelines again. And that is going to be marvelous. So y'all hang on and tune in, and don't be afraid, because that's what the dark side feeds off of. I'll do a whole video about how they feed off of it. I'll just tell you one little tidbit about how they siphon energy off of the human population. It's loosh. They call it loosh. And these inferior creator gods literally have their energy in this dimension because of fear. And when we stop having fear-mongering from nation to nation and war to war, they literally are starving. They're losing their power. And the minions, I ain't going to go off into who their minions are, because most of y'all that know what I'm speaking of, you know who they are. They have faces in human reality, and they actually inhabit bodies, physical form. And they're very evil. And they're actually losing their power. So y'all tune in and understand that we're blessed and we're divinely inspired to do what we do. I actually love you because I love myself. And when you see someone, you're only seeing the Christ within. When you choose to love, you don't care what they're doing, who they are, or what they think they are, because you know who you are. And you can be blessed, and they can be blessed just by smiling and looking at them. Praise God. Thank you.